Good evening and welcome to The Sinking City. Now, full disclosure before we start, I have watched that fella John Wolfe play a couple of hours of this because I heard it was a bit janky at points and wasn't the smoothest game. I did try these guys' Sherlock Holmes games in the past and found them okay. But I liked what I saw and it hasn't cost me much to pick it up, so I picked it up. There, noticed from checking through the trophy list, there are no trophies tied to difficulty. So I'm playing on the easiest investigation to get hints of where to proceed if you get stuck, and easy combat difficulty. Johannes Vanderberg. Huh, cool. Under the water. Really, the ship's got the Sharon. It's a bit on the nose, isn't it?
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
The same lighter we had. Okay. Skill trees. What have we got? Traps do more damage. Grenades and firebombs have more damage and range. 10% chance for double damage. Reload faster. Higher proficiency with battle rifle. Probably don't need those until I actually get a battle rifle, do I? Or a submachine gun. Shotgun. Vigor. Carry more ammo. Carry more first aid, more grenades. Carry more revolver rounds, shotgun ammo, rifle rounds. Okay, just ammo in general. Regen health. Falling damage. Managing yields deal half the damage to you while swimming. Right. Way attacks. Have more health. Okay. Carry more stuff. That seems useful. Chance to save materials when crafting stuff. Okay, so I can just be more efficient at crafting things. Earn more experience. Okay, that seems like the first thing to go for, so. Insane. Gain more experience, gain more experience. A 50% chance to double quest rewards. Double quest rewards. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get as much experience as we can and then get double the quest rewards. And be able to carry more things. That seems like all of the useful skills. We don't have a map yet. Let's draw stuff. Right. Was it down in the for the mind's eye?
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
All evidence quest. Good job, mate.
Now get out!
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
That's an
Hi, this game may include some degree of fun.
I'm optimistic it might have some fun.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Reaching Oakmont is no easy task. Most maps I've found...
Just since you're watching, buddy, I know my PS4 Pro is really loud. Is it loud enough that it's getting in the way of the audio?
Its unique geographical position and a recent natural disaster make it highly impossible to reach. But you made it. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks. And the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. My visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already vetted a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Wayne.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one
Can
waiting
notice it when you
outside.
mention it, but a more like the game sound comes out low and a bit
Can
hollow.
you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map.
Okay.
I've marked
That's because I have a party going, you see.
places.
I found that if I don't have a party going, it makes my my own voice marker, voice audio, incredibly difficult to hear over game audio. So I think just run it that way. Like, I don't generally have too much to say, so at least it means that people can have the volume turned up a bit themselves, and then like it won't be too loud. Hopefully, when they're actually listening to me talk.
Places. Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I like the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure
Understand.
was mine, Mr.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Yeah, this guy's
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
suspicious, but fine. Yeah, this seems like a normal city, you know, with the coral up on the dock. Okay, so we've got an investigation area over there. Oh, a bit of a frame rate issue there. Can I go that way? Not much to find around here at the moment. That's a weird looking thing. Ah, chap in a white suit. That'll be Mrs. Rockborn.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. But he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
Innsmouthers.
You're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. Now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Sure, why
Please
not?
forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
It would also make your son kind of distinctive and unlikely to be recognized as someone else if he was talking gibberish and tried to bite someone.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider.
Watched the trailer yesterday and it gave a good impression. Mysterious supernatural shooter and lots of water. BioShock had it and Soups'.
I was saying,
Yeah, like what I've seen of John Wolfe playing this seems kind of fun,
Let's see.
so I'm hoping it is exactly what it looks like.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dave, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in the lifeboat. This
Should've
fisherman
got found lifeboat.
brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was standing right in front of it.
You mentioned the lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
I've said everything I know. I've said everything I know. I've said everything I know.
Are you sure you said everything you know?
I've said everything I know.
Imagine the moustache he could have.
Yeah, I dare say he'd probably get a quite impressive mustache. I'd say he'd probably be the kind of guy though who'd go for one of those kind of curly ones with the handlebars. It's an effective police barricade we got going here.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Hey guys, did you guys see anything?
Can't catch a mackerel since it was Innsmouth took over the fishing business.
Do you like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Can't catch a mackerel since it was Innsmouth took
You
over
like
the
it here,
fishing
newcomer?
business. Can't
So
catch a
they
mackerel
just
since
have
it
the
was
same line of
Innsmouth
dialogue.
took over the fishing
Okay. I guess if we ask everyone a question twice, then if they don't say anything, then we know we're not going to have any more dialogue. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. The cycle goes on and on and on, and then it comes. He's here. Right.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
All evidence collected. Okay. I have a camera equipped. It's a decently small residue. And bricks. I guess I can throw those to distract people. I can talk to the cop as well.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Right.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Apart from the part where it's damp and damaged, which, you know, indicates not particularly well cared for. Okay, so it seems like there's markings on things I can interact with for searching.
This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like, doors into places seem to have this little mark on them. Okay, so then are we back up to the same place? Let's assume he just came upstairs. Hello, officer.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
You seem like you're having a good day.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
That's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
He put the guy in Lewis's room. And he started to make these horrible sounds, and okay, my head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. That or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Who's this Kay you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry.
Okay.
No.
Kay is God, so.
Died.
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. He had mercenaries.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
This must be the chap you're talking about. Who's Paul?
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
What? Why are we dancing? I guess that must be a sanity bar or something. Well, it doesn't quite work.
Choo choo.
It reminds me of The Last of Us in interaction and movement. Oops.
Yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from with that. I mean, you've got the scavenging for supplies and looking for items. Like, so far this investigation stuff is actually reminding me a bit more of Detroit. Kind of exploring an area, looking for clues. Okay, so when the screen goes wibbly wobbly, I need to use the mind's eye filter. Right.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like. Five cards short of a full house.
Doesn't that just mean he has no cards for full house?
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
Okay, that guy had a gun. He was chasing Throgmorton.
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
That seems pretty obvious. 1, 2,
What? Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Key evidence collected. All evidence collected? No. All right. This is kind of like the Sherlock Holmes game, so where you kind of match things up.
Okay, just started Detroit yesterday, but then nice weather passed by for a change, so confusing open mouth smile.
Follow the omens. Mind's eye can reveal omens that guide your way, followed by the evidence. Oh. Okay.
So the fishermen pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Kind of like the visual aesthetic here of having just hands over everything.
Something in the pocket.
Peter owed Lewis money.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
Okay, that door doesn't open, does it?
Like some bad pajamas design gone haunted.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't like if I see a padlock and just whack it with my hammer, though. Hammer? Is it? It's a shovel. Right. Oh, well.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
And then hanging him up on some meat hooks as well.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Okay. Whoa! What? Alright, so I can just melee them, that's fine. Can I take pictures of them? Nope, they're not evidence. Sure, I'd already found all the evidence, so. Anything in here to pick up? No. Right, we'll go to the main palace. Okay, so they despawn. Man, poor guy. Should I take a picture of that? No, apparently not. Okay, so there'll be all evidence found here, so that means I missed some evidence. I missed some evidence at the fisherman's house. So we should probably go back and see if we can find it.
Probably no accidental suicide. Hard to fall like that.
Yeah, generally people who commit suicide don't have to put themselves on a pair of meat hooks afterwards either.
I've said everything I know. I've
said
everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. Keep your hands.
I missed an evidence here, so at least that's worth going back for.
piece of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Hang on, how was that evidence? That was a dartboard. That's less evidence and more just, you know, interactables. Alright, doesn't matter. I got XP anyway.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures. They sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah.
Or a good shovel.
That firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
I think I'm going to not say Sam was murdered yet, because he'll just say, who did it? And I'll be like, What's these 3, 2, and 1? Oh, it's the pier, right? Pier 3, Pier 2, Pier 1. Anything of note down here?
Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us.
I'm more of a sun guy when it comes to praising. I have a run button. Is running actually that much faster? It doesn't feel much faster. All evidence collected, all evidence collected, all evidence collected. So that must be another place to investigate over there. Under the keel bar. Ah, that'll be the bar that Peter's in, I suppose. Oh, an invisible wall. Right, fine, whatever.
Spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
You're gonna eat a bullet?
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
Okay, so the killer can't have left, so. Just leaving out octopus to rot, huh? I do appreciate I don't have a stamina bar. That's nice. Be able to get around. There's not exactly a huge amount of things to find down here. Rusted out hulks.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Can I go behind the bar? You okay with this? Okay. I'm just gonna go back here. This is also okay.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Yeah, you don't gotta be psychic to know that.
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
Alright, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood...
What happened to the almighty dollar?
In the practical, smokes and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Alright.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
Thanks.
I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait to see what you do.
Trophy earned. Tempting feat.
Welcome to Under the Kill. What do you want?
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
I mean, they could both be right.
What do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live, and brave than dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
He who lives and runs away lives to run away in our day.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. You hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
What the? Get them! Oh. What the? Get them! Oh.
Right.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
This is probably like introduction. Sam's of so many just hanging around thinking there will be less soon.
Yeah. It's tutorial land, you know? Why do you look like that?
Why do you... Your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's this?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Blessed by the sea.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Oh, I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
How convenient.
Shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. He pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after was that darn warehouse with me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived at Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder. Always conspiring behind our backs. Always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You're not helping your case here, buddy.
Family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah. A newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld. The Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
No, don't try and bribe me.
I think you're the first person to offer me a bribe.
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
All evidence collected. Alright. I think he deliberately murdered him, honestly. He didn't seem particularly penitent about the thing. Yeah, I also don't see much reason to save this guy, because I'd rather get in Throgmorton's good books and tell him the truth of what happened. I'm new in town, I don't want to get a reputation of being a liar. It's a cool skull. Can I talk to the bartender again?
You want a drink?
No. Alright, Robert. I know where your man is.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news. No. Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered.
It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where is he?
Murderer's at the bar.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family. He took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded a geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port?
Thinking how the world would be if we lived alongside another humanoid races, like if Neanderthals.
Do you think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
What about bills, though? I got a revolver and a knowledge point. Okay. So the sensible thing to get straight away is the thing to get you more experience, so that you can get more knowledge points. Okay, so we got a map. Oh boy, this is a big place. City Hall, Library, police, newspaper, hospital, asylum, Throgmorton Manor, the hotel. Okay. Okay, so I already have the revolver equipped, so I don't have to actually... I don't have a thing of only carrying one weapon at a time, which is nice.
Upper right corner.
Upper right corner. Old Grove. Oakmont City. Scale of meters. more visions, are we? Oh no, America! My hat!
Okay, island I thought.
Yeah, they say how you the city of Oakland is an island. You can't get to the mainland because of the flood. It looks like a lot of the piers were blocked off by old rusting hulks as well.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers. Never again, they say.
That must be my day one DLC.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Ah, costumes. So. Newcomer. Windcoat, it's not bad. Gangster. King's robes. Daywear. Man of science. Fisherman. Police envoy. Plague doctor. Assigned reading. Master sleuth. Yeah, that's the Sherlock Holmes thing from the costume. Collect all the mystic tomes unlocked by DLC. Help a real estate agent. We'll take off the newcomer stuff because that just looks kind of messy and haphazard. So it's either going to be wind coat or daywear. Kind of like to look at daywear more. Get rid of that big backpack. Jahan has brought me here, huh? That's a little creepy.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already. The door won't budge.
That was a weird loading hitch. Oh. This room's open. Yeah, that seems like a normal room. The Yellow King's gang can't get you. Huh. I don't have a lot of bullets.
The door won't budge.
It's interesting that that one says the door won't budge, whereas that one just doesn't open. That suggests I might be able to get into that room. So someone knocked out the city's lighthouse so he gets shipped to scavenge. It's kind of nasty.
Most likely another way.
Probably, yeah. That's a weird painting. It looks like it's been defaced. Okay, I don't think we have anything else up here. I mean, given that I can see there's a lock on this door, I figure I'll probably get a key at some point. It'll be a side mission, something like that.
Like Resident Evil.
Indeed.
You're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister. You wanna stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish. I'm watching you, newcomer.
That's all the notes.
Hee, nice hotel.
Yeah, the management is really charming.
Not so much a tourist place though.
Yeah, it's a bit lacking in the amenities. What if your hands talk to you? What? Right. Salvation Harbour. Crossing of Fitz. Old Church. Okay, there's Old Church. And Fitzacown, right? So it's there. I already put that one down, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Eastern Coverside. Where's Coverside? Corner of St Elmo and Kingsport. There's St Elmo, there's Kingsport. I kind of wish I could put more of these at one time. Western Advent. Quantity of Purity and Oak. Okay, it's a bit there. Southern Old Grove. Warwick, between Seaside and Hillside. Okay, there's Hillside. Warwick Street, between Hillside and Seaside. But that could be anywhere along here, really. It's kind of hard to tell. Alright. Next one. Central Shells, East Brown Street, to the east of the corner with St Michael's Road. That'd be about there-ish. Eastern Reed Heights, Lambert Street between Hellig and Bullock. Okay, there's Hellig, Bullock. There's Lambert Street. So around about here. Western Reed Heights, near the crossing of Baker, Ward and Ivan. Okay, Baker, Ward, okay, there's Ward. Baker, Ward and Ivan, right over there.
Green roads may be flooded.
Okay, that's a good thing to know. Could be kind of hard to get there, but I imagine there'll be boats around, given it was a boat on the map earlier. Western Advent, in the corner of Murdoch and Oak. Oh, okay, just up there. Western Reed. Washington between Ivan and Oak. Kind of weird that one of the two of them would be near Ivan, but I suppose, you know, that Ivan Street kind of goes around here for some reason. There's a Yellow King Avenue. Is that where the Yellow King gang lives? Right, Washington Street. Between Ivan and Oak. So there's Ivan. And Oak is up here. So it'd be about there-ish. Two more. Northern Grimhaven Bay. Corner of Hubert and Whisper. Here's Whisper. Whisper. I see Whisper Street, but I don't see a Hubert Avenue. Oh wait, here, Hubert Avenue. That's practically next door to me. Okay, and the last one then. Western Coverside, corner of Tanner and Old Church Road. There's the Old Church Road. Tanner. There's Tanner. So up here. Okay, so outside there appears to be a boat we can take to go up this way. But one of these things is right there. So let's go see what that is. You have anything else to say?
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Yeah? Well, I'm watching you too. How do you feel about that? If I wake up dead in my sleep, then, you know, they'll know who it was. Well, this guy must be Victor then. The hell is that? Some horror crab. Nothing of interest behind.
Just take the Octobus.
Doesn't seem to be anything else of note in here. New fast travel point. Okay, so that's what these symbols are on the map. I think it was one just outside the port that I didn't get to before that cutscene. That's okay, we'll find it eventually. Automatic telephone long distance service. From the depth. Whoa, whoa, that's water. Right, get out. Get out. Get out. I didn't actually see that the crown didn't quite go round there. I'm trying to read a statue. From the depths. Boy. And Carl's kind of growing all over the street, isn't it? Right, so for the main quest we have to do, we want to go to the expedition headquarters. Which I probably have to mark on the map, don't I? Yeah, northern Coverside. Crossroad of Asher and Hubert. There's Asher. Church Road. Okay, so it's up there. I notice that all the R marks I just did are gone. Are they just when I have that case selected? They are, okay. That's pretty smart actually. You know, you can mark the evidence for a particular case, but it doesn't clog up the map if you're doing R cases. Not too bad. Right. Let's also put it down here. Okay. So I guess if we take the boat to the right. How does this work? Okay, you just drive it like a person. That's fine. New location, infested area. Oh boy, this sounds pleasant. Let's have a gun, thanks. Inventory. Oh, okay, this is where I craft stuff. So gunpowder and. So you use twice as much gunpowder to make revolver rounds, so they must be more powerful. So let's have a full clip of revolver. And then we'll make some pistol ammo. We've got a first aid kit, psychotics. Ignore the side effect list. I'm guessing that's in case you're taking a lot of sanity damage for whatever reason. 7 rounds to equip. Okay. It's a relatively fast reload. Got a decent amount of ammo. I could have sworn that vision thing said it was around here. What does that M mean? It's going to be inside the infested area, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be inside the infested area. Alright, can we manually save? Do a hard save? We can. Okay. Let's do a hard save, just in case we get... Right, back out, please. Right, what are you things? Okay, so we've got some spider things and some sort of ink squid thing covered in pustules.
Hee. Wow.
Wait, what? There's a wall. Guess the wall doesn't work if it's being trick or treating. I like the physics on them sometimes. Right, now I don't have any ammunition. That's fine. Right, the thing said it was in this corner. Maybe in this building? No. No, I don't think I want to be in there. Huh. Some rags. Don't want to use rags for yet, but okay. That building looks like the only place I can actually get into, doesn't it? And it's got weird markings on the door. That's probably to do with the visions, isn't it? Alright, fine. Oh, those things can shoot me. That's bad.
Creepy. So the action starts.
Did that thing die? Nope. Oh boy, those hurt. That thing keeps getting up. Okay, so now I have no ammunition. But on our skill point, so hurrah for that. Okay. One benefit of playing on the easier difficulty is that I get all my health back when I do stuff like that. Crafting. Yes, please let's have some more ammunition. I don't have any gunpowder. Fine. I'm making our medkit. Okay, there's gunpowder here. That's something. A foot trap. Hope there's something inside this building of worth, because I don't want to go wasting ammo and just walking around. Also, I should spend that skill points, because the skill points have things that give me more XP to get more skill points. So let's continue to do that. You always spend your points in the things that get you more points first. It just makes sense. Hey, more gunpowder. Thank God. Okay. Is there anything up here I missed? Doesn't appear so. Okay, let's go down to the basement, so. I'm sure there won't be 100 more monsters. See, this hasn't popped up on my map as a location to explore or find evidence yet, so I don't actually know if this is anything to do with this side case I'm doing. Take gunpowder though. Alright, let's make some more bullets. Okay, we can use metal scrap and coil springs to make bear traps. Make more revolver rounds, they're more powerful. I'm hearing creepy noises around me, but it's the lights. What the heck is this place? Doesn't seem like there's anything down here. Okay, I can't interact with that. Am I just missing something? Corner of Hubert and Whisper. It's not the same corner, I guess. Go outside and see if we can get into one of these buildings, but it seems pretty close. Because there's that weird symbol on the outside of it. But it doesn't seem to actually mean anything. This is the corner of Whisper and Hubert. I don't seem to be able to get into any of these buildings. Oh, okay, more bad guys. Hello. Oh, Dodger. I'm getting plenty of XP from murdering these things, even if I'm burning through all of my ammunition. Okay, that does go to the house, but it doesn't open. Yeah, it's got to be that building with the markings on, but I don't see anything to do with it, so... Maybe I just can't do it this early in the game? I have to come back at a later point? I don't know. Yeah, more bricks. Still must be cleared out of that infested zone a bit, I guess. It's annoying though, because that's where that note says to go to. Unless maybe... I mean, the lore is in a particular order. Do I have to go to them in order of the notes? So maybe I have to start off with the one in Salvation Harbor? That might be it. I want to go back to Grimhaven Bay and get that fast travel point I missed out on. Then go back to the hotel. And to be honest, I'll probably call it there for tonight. Go work in the morning. That's a lovely boat you're making there, man. Oh. Okay, maybe we won't go exploring this way. Oh. Don't really have the resources to spend. That backpack looks incredibly uncomfortable. You need to kind of hitch it up a little bit there, man. a big old building there. Blackwood Marsh Canning Factory. I'm guessing I'll be back there for something or other at some point. It's a very noticeable thing. So yeah, it seems like we can't do anything with that one there at the moment, so maybe we do have to do them in order. So for now, let's go back to the hotel. And then... I'll probably come back to this on Tuesday, I figure, because I have the day off to sit and play it. Try and get into it, get through the story, complete as many cases as I can.
There must be a road, one that is diveable or amphibious. Ambulance did hear a siren.
Yeah. Yeah, that was more of a near me thing. So yeah, this seems pretty fun. I look forward to playing it more on Tuesday. I might play it some more tomorrow night, but like I'll maybe do some Battlefield tomorrow night to unlock that new gun for this week. But we will definitely be moving on to the main case, Lost at Sea, because I don't know how to progress the side case at the moment.
He, okay, open mouth smile.
Yeah. But yeah, like I'll come back on Tuesday probably, or tomorrow night. We'll go and investigate the expedition headquarters. And I'll hopefully have some more ammunition. Can I make any more actually now? I have 1 whole gunpowder. Great. I got 3 bullets. That's going to have to do.
Looks okay.
Yeah, this is fun so far. Like, it's a little bit unpolished, and like I don't understand why I can't do anything with the side quest for the part I found, but maybe I'm just doing it wrong. So I won't draw any hasty conclusions just yet. For now, it's good fun. And we're going to keep upgrading the get more XP stuff, because that's the best skill to get when you're playing any game that has XP. And we'll try and investigate the story as best we can. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll probably see you next couple of nights.